Good morning. Down at the allotment for really the first bit of work I've done here for must be about 7 weeks. I've been down and harvested, obviously. Well, I say obviously, but we have been down and harvested. Things are growing. We'll do an allotment tour maybe at the weekend, maybe sometime next week. We'll do it on a regular basis after that. A lot of tidying up to do down here. I've still got compost bin, which is behind the polytunnel here, to partly empty and put that onto one of the beds. And then a lot of the detritus that is sort of in bags and things will then go into the compost bin. I've also got the hot bin to empty, so I need to start that off again because I didn't do what the instructions said last year. So of course it hasn't, it's given us quite a lot of compost, but it's been a bit damp and a bit wet. However, there are plenty of worms in that compost bin, which of course in a hot compost bin you shouldn't have, because it should be too hot for the worms to survive in large numbers anyway. So this morning I've come down to really tidy the polytunnel here. It's got lots of cardboard in it, which can now go into our second shed, which is over here. This one behind the green here is our second shed, and that's our driest shed. The one behind me, that one, is it needs work. Ideally, if we had the money, we'd take both of them down and replace them. However, that's just not going to happen at the moment. They are both pretty old. I would have thought the one behind me, in fact, the one behind me, someone said they put that up 23 years ago. Excuse me. And then the one here, that was somebody said that was actually put up in the 1950s, and both of them have done really, really well, but they are both really coming to the end of their life, or certainly this one here, the newer one. Anyway, there's some room in this one over here. So I've got cardboard in the polytunnel. I'm going to move the cardboard in the polytunnel and then get to work on tidying the bench, which is a tip, absolute tip. So it's embarrassing really, but there we are. This is what happens, life sort of takes over, and with the various challenges that we had with Mum and various other things at the back end of last year, I just didn't have time to get down. And then I thought, oh, lovely, Christmas, New Year, that wonderful quiet time, or for us anyway, it's a pretty quiet time, be able to get down to the plot, blah, 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 do this, do that, get ahead for the new year. 1st of January 2019, I'll be there, I'll be ready, everything will be pristine. And of course it's not, because I got a really bad cold and still getting over that. But today I do feel that I can come down and actually get in the fresh air, which we've done a few walks and things, which you'll have seen, but get in the fresh air and actually do something. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in the polytunnel. Not going to show you, I'll show you the beginning and I'll show you the end, and then we'll just have a look at the rest of the polytunnel. Okay. So here we are. Okay, it looks really like a Tracy Emin installation. In fact, maybe I could sell this for hundreds of thousands of pounds. I don't know. Maybe I could. I'm going to take a photograph of it. In fact, I'm going to do that now. And then that will remind me what it's been like. But yeah, this, I mean, it's well used. Fleece here that needs tidying up. Some tools that need putting away. New things here that need sorting. Bags that just need sort of taking away. Tools that need tidying and hanging up down here when they normally hang. Under here needs tidying. I got this set of drawers a few weeks ago, which I thought would come in handy. Got some, what's that? Oh yeah, I was given this. Marshall's, what is it? I need to take my glasses off. Let me take the bin down. Oh look, there's some pliers. It's amazing what you find. This is something for, well, it's Marshall's Organic Extra. It's called Marshall's Organic Extra, and it says here, Organic Extra is completely safe for use on all plants. Normal application right is 1 or 2 handfuls per square yard. Still working in yards, but more can be used, especially on poor soils, without risk of overdosing. So I think this is a soil conditioner. Anyway, here, lots of cardboard. Big cardboard box here that Richard got from work. So yeah, it looks a bit of a, I think it'll mostly take half an hour. I'm just going to get on and do it and then show you. Okay, so that wasn't half an hour. Some of you might have said he's not going to do that in half an hour. Well, you're right if you said that. It's taken about an hour, but then again, I did a couple of other things in the meantime. You know, you start doing something and then you suddenly think, oh, I'm going to do that as well. But so I took all of the packing tape off that cardboard, so that when I come to use the cardboard, I don't have to spend time taking the packing tape off it, because of course most packing tape that we have in the UK doesn't actually disintegrate for several years, because it's made of a form of plastic. Anyway, I'll show you what the poly looks like now. Right, so this is the bench all cleared now. So plenty of room to get me going. I found this, which I think I was given, Bio Grow Black Gold, natural concentrated seaweed fertilizer and plant health supplement. Not to use that. Has anyone used that? Also found geranium. I think someone must have put that in the polytunnel. Tidied up all my hand tools. All the hand tools are now dangling here. Where I don't have a leather bit, I've used this green plastic, wrap that a couple of times around. I'm just happier to have things hanging on the end there than on there. This isn't here, by the way. This is in the toolbox at home, so don't tell Richard. So yeah, odds and sods over there, screws for our raised beds and edge beds and things. White pepper for keeping cats off, though there's nothing in there at the moment. Rooting powder. Twine, obviously natural twine, and that's plastic twine. Only use plastic twine if I really need something to last quite a long time. Obviously trying to use less and less of it, and then when I do cut things down, I make sure that that actually goes into the rubbish, because it won't go in the recycling. So once this one is gone, we'll be using twine all the time. My pair of gloves, this my kettle. I'm going to pop this fleece, which I've just tidied up, onto our things, onto our lettuce. Put this here just at the moment on a cardboard thing. I've got lots of sand as the floor under here. Just put some cardboard to keep the wheels off at the moment. Gloves, bits and bobs, pens, pencils, gauntlet, measuring, bits and bobs, polytunnel tape in there, some seeds in there, book. What else? Oh yeah, this is where I've got all my thousands of those U-bend, U things, you know, like tent pegs. That's actually weighting everything down. We just have a quick look at the plants. These are Cavolo Nero here. These are which are doing sort of okay, but I'm going to fleece those. Coming around here, more Cavolo Nero and Rocket. Coming here, I think you can see we've got some carrots coming up. We've also got beetroot. Hi there. So just as I was about to say beetroot, the battery went. So yeah, I've come home and charged my phone. So just finishing this off here. We planted some carrot and some beetroot in Polytunnel as a test to see if we could overwinter them. And as you just about saw, I think the carrots are doing fine at the moment, as are the beetroot. We did have Rocket in the Polytunnel as well, and clearly when I was clearing it out, I mustn't have been that good about doing it, because there's loads of Rocket coming up amidst the carrots and the beetroot. But hey, you know, that's great. We're going to eat that. Is it Rocket or is it Mizuna? I think it's Mizuna, actually, though it could be Rocket. So we've got that coming up, and that's going to keep us going. There's certainly sort of several salad pickings from that at the moment. So yeah, there we are. An hour down at the Polytunnel this morning, sorting a few things out, and get really pleased with what I've done. It's amazing. You get that huge achievement when you've actually done something that you've been wanting to do for ages. I really used to be one of those people that would put things off to the last minute. Try not to do that now. I try to get on and do things because I know I have a good achievement. I feel I've achieved something when I do them. So I'm really pleased that the Polytunnel is now tidy and ready. Lots to do on the rest of the site, but I'll be doing that in the coming weeks. So there we are. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. Please do subscribe if you have, and give it a thumbs up as well. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Bye.